Welcome back, BFC fam. I hope you guys are doing great. Let's just get into this bourbon of the week. In homage to the legendary Stitzel-Weller Distillery, Blade & Bow Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey uses a unique Solera system aging process to preserve some of the distillery's oldest whiskey stocks, including some of the last bourbon produced there before it closed in 1992. The Solera liquid is mingled with other fine whiskeys aged and bottled at Stitzel-Weller. Aged in new charred American white oak barrels, this bourbon has a subtle aroma of fresh fruit and a taste that includes hints of dried apricot, ripe pear, and a sweet roasted grain. The finish has notes of charred oak and warm winter spices. Blade & Bow Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey received a gold medal at the 2015 San Francisco World Spirits Competition. So the Solera aging method. Now, before I knew nothing about this before I tried the Blade & Bow. The Solera aging method, instead of emptying the entire barrel, only a portion, typically around half of the contents are removed. The rest of that original product remains behind, and then the newly produced product is added to restore the barrel to full capacity. The mixture is then placed back into storage to age. And I think that's a remarkable technique because this is history right there. So you're aging it over and over and over again. So the nose, people get peaches on this. Honey, hay. I get honey. Honey, a little bit of ethanol. I do. I get some of that, like, rubbing alcohol, which is not overpowering. It really isn't. Not at all. No. But I get honey for it. Yeah. I gotta say, it's delicious. It's freaking delicious. On the palate, with these bourbons, I tend to get vanilla. I always tend to get it. I don't know why. It's just something there. Definitely peppery. It's spicy. I definitely think it's spicy. But yeah, this is, it's going to be one of my favorites. And it was delicious right out of the gate. I'm not going to lie. Like, sometimes, you need to let them aerate, but right out of the gate, first pour, this was really good. I think this is going to be excellent in about 6 months. So, yeah, baby. So let's get to the cheers of the week. The cheers of the week goes to the Bills Mafia. Holy moly, what a way to start the season. By first dismantling the Super Bowl champion LA Rams. And then we made a clear example of the Titans on Monday Night Football. And it was glorious. It was amazing. On to the Dolphins tomorrow, and I hope we put an end to their cute little season opening honeymoon. We're going to hook you, we're going to gut you, and we're going to fry you. And it's going to be glorious. It's going to be delicious, too. Now, I'm hoping this segment ages appropriately, sort of like this Blade & Bow here. But I would be lying, if I was not totally pumped for this season. Like, this is it. This is the year. This is the year. I know us Bills fans, we always say this is the year. And listen, I'm only busting on you Dolphins fans. And I would be a liar if I didn't tell you that Tyreek Hill is on my fantasy league. But guess what? I also have Josh Allen, too. So I know Tyreek Hill has put up amazing points for me. So I'm happy about that. So, and I have a little competition going on with Rickers. So if you see, well, you're not going to see a Dolphins logo on my Twitter account for a day because the Bills are going to win. All right, so I hope you have your logo picked, Rickers, because you'll be sporting the Bills Mafia on Monday on your Twitter, on your Twitter logo. So, listen, cheers to the Bills, cheers to the Bills Mafia, and I hope you guys all stocked up on tables because we're going to need them. Oh, that's delicious. Absolutely delicious. Man. All right. Lastly, I have been quiet a lot lately on the ILUS front because they're getting a lot done, and I don't really feel the need to regurgitate the same information over and over. They're doing what they got to do, and there's no sense on covering what we all know is imminent, except for you bears. But that's okay. Hey, people are people. They are expected to have major announcements this week coming up, and many of us are eagerly waiting. So let's take a look at the milestones that they do have on deck. Let's get right into this. So look, as I stated before, they put out a tweet for their September milestones on September 6th. This is the official press release that they put out on September 9th. And I know you're probably thinking, well, this was weeks ago. Well, yeah, I want to give them time to do what they're going to do. That's what we should be doing. Not everything's a pump and dump in the OTC, and these guys are headed to the OTC QB. and you heard it here first. How about that? Which you probably didn't, but hey, whatever. I've always wanted to say that, so now we just said it. Let's get into this. So ILUS confirms planned milestone announcements for September 2022. And I'm just going to go through a couple of points here. Given substantial progress that has been made by the company in the third quarter, it recently confirmed that it will be making important announcements on the following milestones during the month of September 2022. And look, we still have 6 days left in September. So for all of you people that are getting anxious and like freaking out, you need to relax. We are getting news next week. And that is a guarantee here. We're getting news next week. And if we don't, well, then I'm wrong. But I won't be wrong because this is what they say they're going to do. And I have full confidence in these guys. So look, the filing of its Form 1012G registration statement with the SEC. Investment bank, which the company is working with to complete its first planned subsidiary uplist to a major stock exchange. Yes, ERT. Okay. The announcement regarding planned share lockup and share buyback. I will be locking 40 to 50,000 shares up. I haven't decided how many yet. I have 331,000 shares at this point. But I do plan on locking up about a sixth of my shares, give or take. Maybe a little more, maybe a little less. It all depends how I feel that day. If I had a lot of coffee, well, lucky for them, I will be locking up probably more because I'll be like, let's lock it. Because I see the long-term value in these guys. I really do. I'm not flipping this, all right? I'll be taking profit to get my initial investment back, but I'm holding this for years to come. So they're also going to talk about the first site, which the company is acquiring in Serbia, and details on the investment project and its incentives. And the $100 million revenue acquisition by the company's industrial subsidiary, Quality Industrial Corporation, QIND, ticker QIND, and further acquisitions, which are in their final stages. And I think that's an important line right there. Let's just keep going on. Right here, since its first investment project in Serbia has been approved by the government and the property purchase agreed with the seller, ILUS will be announcing the first project launch this month, with details of the property, deal, incentives, and benefits. All right, ILUS's industrial subsidiary, QIND, is in the final stages of completing the acquisition of a $100 million plus revenue process manufacturing company headquartered in the United Arab Emirates. The subsidiary has already signed a binding agreement with the acquisition target. And we've already put in that $1 million, and so that binding agreement, that's the nail in the coffin right there. So we just obviously want the official announcements and the details, and hopefully we're going to get that this week coming up. Simultaneously, ILUS's emergency response subsidiary, ERT, Emergency Response Technologies, is working through the completion of 4 acquisitions. All right. I say this, these guys are acquiring machines, and yes, have deals fell through? Yeah, because they weren't quality, no pun intended. So they're not going to go forth with deals that aren't going to be beneficial to the company and the conglomerate and beneficial to the shareholder in the long term. So I think we're going to make a lot of people quiet once these announcements come out, especially people spreading misinformation and stuff. This is all fact. So I'm pretty excited about it. I'm not going to lie. So let's take a look at JP's comment here. We expect to reach several phenomenal milestones over the coming months, and our September milestones form an important step towards an outstanding fourth quarter, which should contain even more stunning results and announcements. And I look forward to these stunning results and announcements because, as we're coasting, well, not coasting through, as we're being beat to hell in this bear market, it's not fun. And I'm telling you this right now, once the bull runs are back, once the bull market in general is back, once we're out of this recession and these guys have set themselves up for success and they have subsidiaries on major stock exchanges, you are going to regret not buying shares at this price. Now, this is not financial advice. That's my opinion. And that's why I decided to 4x, 5x my position during this time. I'm not going to get bummed out about it because I know what these guys are doing. So much to be excited about, and I'm really happy to be along. And I'll tell you, there's another ticker, CYBL, and they're going to be great. I'm loading up on them too as much as I can. So shout out to CYBL. I'm going to be doing a video on CYBL. I'm waiting for that yield to come off. I think it's going to come off. I know it's going to come off. They submitted the work to the I'm sorry, not the SEC, the OTC, and they typically are slow at getting things done. But the paperwork has been submitted. They have great quarter-on-quarter growth, so expect to see a lot of movement from CYBL. All right, guys, listen, that's it. That's all I wanted to cover. I hope you guys have an awesome rest of your day. Go Bills. Rickers, you're going down tomorrow, man. And I'm going to beat you in fantasy, too. How about that? Now I'm trash talking. I better shut up. No, I'm not going to shut up. You're going down. You're going down. But remember, there's more that binds us than breaks us. You guys have a great night. Peace.